Hello. All right, you're welcome back. So, it's Secrets of the Night, episode 4 by Precious Obialor-Ukazim. You remember where we stopped, right? Yes. Ifunanya agreed to marry Ejiofor. So let's continue. Ejike, first thing tomorrow morning, you will travel to the city and inform Ejiofor, your elder brother, on the latest development. Ichiokeke told Ejike, his last son, because there was not yet any form of internet service provider in the village to help or introduce the use of phones for communication. Yes, Papa, but this money you gave me won't be enough. You have to add extra money to it. Ejike replied his father, who promised to give him enough money for the journey, and the following morning he was set on his way to the city. 2 days later, Ejike returned from the city when the news that Ejiofor would not be able to come home for the Igba. Sorry, Igbo people may not forgive me. That is wine carrying, due to some very projects at hand. He requested that any of his younger brothers could stand in for him. Papa, Brother Ejiofor said that either Brother Emeshi or myself should represent him for the Igba, because he would not be able to come home for the occasion due to the clash in date with a meeting he has with white men concerning one of the international projects he is handling. Ejike reported back to his father. And since it's not a new thing in Obinagu village for a brother to represent his brother in absentia as Igba, Ichi accepted the idea and said, "That's not a problem. Ejike, you represent Ejiofor for the Igba, since your brother Amechi is not strong enough. Sick." Ichiokeke told Ejike. "Mbao, no," Ejike retorted. "Papa, am I not too young to stand in for someone on such an occasion?" He asked, but his father smiled and explained to him that the tradition of standing in for someone in wine-carrying ceremonies has no discrimination for age. Then he made him to see reasons why he should do so for his brother. "And you should stop seeing yourself as a small boy. Do you think you cannot impregnate a woman?" Ichiokeke teased Ejike, and they both busted out into a provocative laughter. Papa, brother said I should give you this money, in case if there is still anything needed for the traditional marriage ceremony," Ejike said, giving his father a bag of money. "Ha, Ejiofor, what will I do with all this money again? Everything that the man's money has already been done, and enough money has been given to the girl's parents for the different delicacies and drinks that would be served that day." Ichiokeke was talking as he weighed the weight of the money, looking into the bag. "Papa, if you don't know what to do with the money, I can help you to use it," Ejike told his father teasingly, and he laughed, keeping the money very close to him in his secure manner. The day of the traditional marriage finally came, and the whole Obinagu people came from their different homes. Some came with the expectation to see Ejiofor, and some came with the mind to eat, drink, and make merry, most especially the children. The young girls came with the expectation to meet or gain rich men's attraction, and there was indeed enough to eat and drink. Everyone who came for the occasion were given wedding presents, that is, gifts. Ifunanya couldn't stop crying as she knew she was going to be taken away from her parents. She cried heavily, and her mother tried everything possible to stop her but couldn't. Ejike, being the groom's representative, and had perceived the wine from Ifunanya's hand, and had received the wine from Ifunanya's hand as a husband to the bride, was very happy, but for reasons best known to him. After the ceremony that night, the bride followed the groom's family home to join the Ichiokeke's family as her new family, and she stayed with Ejiofor's parents in the village for 2 days before they prepared her to go and join her husband in the city. Adama, who was the only girl Ifunanya had as a fair-weather friend, had accompanied her to her new family house, and also she and Ejike were choosing to accompany the bride to her husband's house in the city. And very early on the day they were to leave, the Ichiokeke's family blessed Ifunanya, then sent them on their way with gifts. The journey to the city was rather a very silent one as Ejike avoided the two girls like strangers on their way to the city, as the three of them sat in the old lorry. And Adama, who couldn't bear the silent treatment, whispered into Ihunanya's ear to know why. Ihunanya, why is Ejike keeping quiet on us? He doesn't even want to look at us, and he looks very troubled too. Adama whispered into her ears, and Ihunanya stole a quick look at Ejike and looked away. What is going on between these two? What is their plan? Well, we won't know, but let's see what happens next. Stay connected.